He thought the festival would give him rest for one night, but before morning came, the power inside him struck again, and this time, someone saw everything. After fleeing from the yam barn of Fo village, Obinna ran until his legs trembled with exhaustion. Dust clung to his feet. He carried a bag on his shoulder with food for his journey. But one thought pushed him forward. He must find the village of the caves. He must find the white flower. He was running from the curse, but he did not know the curse was keeping pace with him. For days, Obinna walked through lonely roads and narrow forest paths, until he arrived at another village. As he approached, he heard loud drums. People were moving joyfully toward the village square. He stopped a man. "Brother, what is happening?" The man smiled. "Today is the great festival of Yua village." Joy filled the air, but Obinna had forgotten what night was coming. Obinna followed the crowd. Women roasted meat. Children danced. Men poured fresh palm wine into calabashes. A kind woman noticed how tired he looked and handed him food. Soon, young men invited him to sit and drink. They laughed like old friends. "Where are you coming from?" they asked. "I am searching for the village of the caves," Obinna replied. They exchanged looks. "Yes, we know it, but it is very far. Stay and enjoy the festival tonight," they said. Obinna agreed. He had nowhere else to go. That simple decision could ruin everything by morning. When night fell, Obinna wandered toward a large cattle ranch where festival animals were kept. The place was quiet. He found a corner and laid down to sleep. But Obinna forgot something very important. The full moon was already close, and this time, there would be no forest to hide in. In the middle of the night, he woke suddenly. His head began to itch violently. Fear gripped him. No, not again. He tried to rush out of the ranch, but before he could escape, his bones cracked. His body twisted, and once again, Obinna transformed into the creature. The animals were trapped inside with him, and there was nowhere for them to run. Cows bellowed, goats screamed, hooves pounded the ground. The creature moved wildly in the darkness. Chaos filled the ranch throughout the night. By morning, silence would replace the noise. When Obinna woke, he was human again. He looked around. His heart froze. Several animals lay motionless on the ground. "What have I done?" he whispered. Fear wrapped around him. "If the villagers see this, they will be angry." He grabbed his bag and tried to sneak away. But he was not alone. Someone had watched everything. An old man stood quietly behind him. The old priest looked deeply into Obinna's eyes. "I know what happened here," he said calmly. Obinna's heart pounded loudly. Before anyone else could arrive, the priest whispered, "Come with me." Quickly, confused and frightened, Obinna followed him. The priest led him away before the villagers discovered the animals. And that was how the wise priest secretly helped Obinna. But Obinna did not know. This old priest knew more about his curse than anyone else. Sometimes, on the journey to healing, strangers become the helpers destiny sends your way. What does the wise priest know about the transformation? Is the white flower really the only cure? Find out in episode 5 of The Journey of the White Flowers. He thought he had found someone to help him, but the truth was far more dangerous than he imagined. After the troubling incident at the cattle ranch in Yua village, Obinna was quietly taken by a mysterious healer, Baba Obinna, to his home. The old man examined him carefully and said, "I understand what is troubling you. You are under a powerful curse, but I can help you." Obinna felt hope, but could he really trust this man? Obinna followed him inside, where he was offered clean clothes, a warm meal, and a small room to stay in. "Stay inside," the healer warned. "Do not let the villagers see you here." Obinna agreed, believing he had finally found someone who could help. The next day, the healer returned. "I am preparing a remedy for you," he said. "Be patient." Days passed. Obinna rarely left the room. Each day, the healer brought food, repeating the same words, "Your remedy is coming." At first, Obinna was grateful, but something felt off. Why was the remedy taking so long? And what was Baba Obinna really planning? One day, while stepping outside briefly, Obinna overheard the healer whispering, "I will keep him here until the next full moon. Then I will use him to make a powerful charm. When I do that, I will gain great influence in the villages." Obinna froze. The man he trusted was planning to exploit him. Fear surged through him. He ran to grab his bag, but the healer had already noticed movement outside the room. "That boy heard me," he whispered, hurrying to secure the door from outside. Obinna shouted, "Please, let me out." But the healer ignored him. Days passed. The full moon approached. If Obinna stayed, the healer would certainly use him for his schemes. Time was running out. Could Obinna escape in time? One afternoon, the healer left to gather herbs from the forest. Obinna acted quickly. He grabbed a wooden chair and smashed it against the door. The weak door finally broke open. Obinna did not wait. He ran as fast as he could, past trees, streams, and the mysterious house, disappearing behind him. He was free, but the danger wasn't over yet. As Obinna continued his journey, he realized something important. Not everyone who offers help truly wants to help. Some only want to take advantage of your struggles. From that day, Obinna decided he would never reveal his secret again. No one must know about the troubles he carries within. With determination, he pressed on toward the village of the caves, where the white flower, the only remedy for his condition, awaited. But the road ahead was long and challenges waited at every step. Will Obinna finally reach the village of the caves, or will his struggles overwhelm him before he gets there? Find out in the next episode of The Journey of the White Flowers. For the first time since his strange condition began, Obinna felt his heart open to love, but he knew love and his hidden secret could never live in the same place. As Obinna continued his long journey toward the village of the caves, the evening sun stretched shadows across the silent road. He walked slowly, tired from days of travel. Then he saw her, a young woman approaching from a distance, balancing a clay water pot gently against her waist. Her steps were calm, graceful, unhurried. Obinna stopped walking. He could not explain why, but something about her presence made the long road feel lighter. He did not know that this simple meeting would become one of the hardest moments of his journey. She greeted him politely. "Good evening, traveler." They spoke briefly, and she told him she was from Orji village. When Obinna asked about the village of the caves, she laughed softly and explained it was still very far away. Seeing how tired he looked, she made him an offer. "My parents are farmers. You can come with me. They may allow you to work for some days." Hope returned to Obinna's heart. He followed her to the stream and helped her carry the water pot home. He did not realize he was walking into a place that would test his heart more than his journey ever had. Her brothers were surprised to see a stranger, but after hearing his story, they welcomed him warmly. Soon, the parents also accepted him. Obinna worked hard on their farm. He became close to the brothers. The family admired his humility and strength, and slowly, quietly, his heart began to change. Her name was Hada Isa, kind, cheerful, gentle. What Obinna feared most was not the road ahead anymore, but the feelings growing inside him. One evening, as the sky turned orange, Hada Isa spoke the words she had been hiding. "I love you, Obinna." His heart tightened. He wanted to smile, but fear rose inside him instead. He remembered his secret. He remembered what happens when the full moon appears. He had promised himself he would never put anyone he cares about in danger. That night, Obinna made a painful decision. When everyone was asleep, he quietly packed his bag. He decided to leave without saying goodbye, but as he stepped out of the compound, Hada Isa saw him. She ran toward him with tears in her eyes. "Are you leaving? Because of what I said?" Seeing her cry broke something inside him. He could no longer hide the truth. So he told her everything. He told her about the strange meat in the shrine. He told her about the condition that follows him every full moon. He told her why he must never stay close to anyone. Hada Isa did not step back in fear. She stepped closer, hugging him. "Stay," she pleaded. "My parents will help you find a solution." But Obinna shook his head and retreated. "I care about you too much to take that risk." With a heavy heart, he turned and began walking into the darkness. Hada Isa stood there crying as he disappeared from sight. But Obinna and Hada Isa were not alone that night. Someone had heard everything. Hada Isa's elder brother, Chike, had been standing beside the hut the entire time. He had heard every word of Obinna's secret. As Obinna continued his lonely journey toward the village of the caves, one thought troubled him. Would he ever see Hada Isa again? He did not know, but now, someone else knew the truth about him, and that truth could change everything. Will Chike reveal Obinna's hidden secret? Will Obinna finally reach the village of the caves and find the white flower? Or will his condition destroy his chance at love forever? Watch out what happens next in episode 7 of The Journey of the White Flowers.